Hey everyone, Danielle Fitzpatrick Clark here from Influence Builder. And I'm so glad that you guys are joining me today for this video because we're going to talk about the three ways we utilize our platforms and our digital marketing expertise to go from 97 subscribers to over 500 in three or 4 days. I think it was actually like 3.5 days and we hit that 500 subscriber mark. I'm going to tell you guys how we did it. And you guys can, and these are really simple tactics. You guys can do these yourself. Now, I do want to put a disclaimer on this that one of the things that really does help us when we're building out new platforms or we're just deciding to move some of our subscribers from one platform over to another is that we do have a substantial email list, right? So we have a substantial email list. We also have a very large social media following. And as you can tell, one of those ways that we were able to build our subscriber base in 3 days very quickly was because of that. So that is one of the reasons. Now, I want to say that that's a disclaimer because if you don't have that large following, you may be a little disappointed if you don't hit 500 um, subscribers within a couple days. Now, I say that as a disclaimer. That doesn't mean you can't do it with even a small following. And by small, it could be 5K or less on social and email. You absolutely can. It's really about how are you able to get in front of your target audience or your audience? How active are they on the platform that you're reaching out to them in? How much time do you have to spend to focus on that? And then what is the content like over on this new platform and how is it different than where they can get this information on other platforms. So we're working with a couple different things here, like exclusivity. So if you guys have a YouTube channel, but maybe you're doing the things that we are doing, which is that we're using it and we're streaming some of the videos, some of the how-tos that we do on other social media platforms. So that's not as enticing for our people to move over to YouTube if they're comfortable on Facebook, let's say. So one of the ways that you guys can actually really utilize moving subscribers into your YouTube is by making it exclusive content. That's something that we didn't do, but I'm telling you guys that you can do it because I there's so many advantages to utilizing a platform that is highly used and most people know how to find it. You just Google it too. And then just moving over people who are already following you, who are already in touch with you on other platforms and offering something very exclusive on your YouTube channel. Now, I say that in hindsight, I'm just like, wish we would have done that. We probably could have gotten to 1,000 in 3 days if we did that. But it's just something nice for you guys to have if you're looking at this and like, I don't have that subscriber base. I don't have that amount of people that are following me. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You can make it work. You can make it work. With that being said, I'm going to give you the three things that we did do, and then I'm going to give you guys a couple of more ideas too, so that when you're going out and you're focusing on building out your YouTube, which I highly recommend because, of course, Google is the search engine. And anytime that you can get followers on a YouTube channel, that you can get followers and views on a video, the higher up it goes in the SEO ranking, right? And that means that you are getting organic traffic when that SEO is working in your favor. Um, so again, we did 500 subscribers, 4 days. I think it was like 3.5, and we hit that 500 subscriber mark. We basically got 400. So 100 people every day. And we were able to do that because we did, of course, leverage our existing network. So that was the first thing that we did. We utilized all of our digital marketing assets and all of our marketing tactics and channels, and we shared our YouTube channel. Now, we shared a couple of very specific videos based on the platform that we were using, and we did personalize our reach out messages. Now, if you came in through my email list, then yes, it was personalized to you because you're my email list. When we were working on our other social media platforms, and I do have a substantial following in LinkedIn, and we did spend a lot of time there. We did personalize those messages to what we thought the people that we were enticing to come over to subscribe to our LinkedIn needed. So we were able to bucket people based on our who our following was and our connections were and what they were looking for and what would help them. And that helped a lot too. So we did that. We were able to leverage both our email, our LinkedIn, our Facebook, our Instagram, and we did all of that through personal messaging through DMs. Now, um, know what some of you guys are thinking, like, I don't have that time. I don't have the time to personally message everyone. So this is my suggestion is that you want to go ahead and if you want to personalize, then what you want to do is you want to lump people together that are very common. They have common interests and common challenges, right? So that's what we did specifically for LinkedIn. We have over 35,000 followers and newsletter people there, so we were able to do it really well. Um, Now the next thing is that that's still not going to help you because it's a lot of people. Fair enough. We actually use automation. So we use automation. We personalize based on the initial filter and then we work from there and that was how and we have that going on autopilot and still so we're going to be continuously getting more and more subscribers, right? So that's what we did. We leveraged that existing network. We sent out two very specific emails to move people over to LinkedIn. We enticed them with this video for one, but we enticed them with a couple of more videos to really get them interested to come over and it it was very personalized to what we knew people needed in our email list. So we also did this on Facebook. Facebook was a little more of us doing the manual labor because Facebook's being very wonky right now. Instagram also we did also with Instagram automate. So just know that you can do that. Now, if you guys are thinking, I don't even know how to get that started or any of that, then here's my suggestion is that you sign up for a 15-minute discovery call with us and we can tell you some of the things that you can do, which platforms would work the best for you, and then what it looks like to automate those and to do it in a safe way. That's the other thing is that I don't want to tell you guys just like, hey, head over there and automate because when it comes to social media platforms, they are cracking down on automation when they can tell. So I teach people how to do it in a very safe way so that it helps you grow. It helps you be visible, and you do need to be visible and you do need to stand out and in a way that's not going to tick off the algorithm gods of these social media platforms. So, if you guys want to go ahead and jump on a discovery call, if you have not jumped on a discovery call with me yet, this is only reserved for people who have not gotten a discovery call with me or my team yet. Then you can see the link for that in the description of this video. So that was the big thing. The other thing that we did was that we went back in all of our videos. This is the first thing that we had to do. We made them public because they were unlisted, because we'd just been streaming, and then we would put those videos onto some of our landing pages and such. So we made them public and then we made them very SEO friendly. We optimized them. We optimized the video titles, the descriptions, and the tags with relevant keywords. And that's something that you guys can do when you upload manually a YouTube video. That first page will help you do that. Now, just to help you guys, because maybe you guys don't know, I don't even know what the best SEO and YouTube best practices are. This is where AI can really come in handy. Now, should AI write an email that is the essence of you and the tone of you? Not necessarily, although we have a workaround for that, and that's coming out in a few days. But this is where it can really help you with SEO and relevant keywords and tags and even those descriptions that are going to match the SEO titles and the tags that you're using for YouTube. So I highly recommend going ahead and using ChatGPT 4 if you can. If you're not upgraded, then 3.5 is good too. And then just writing in a little description of your video and like what's a good optimized video title for this industry. And then it'll give you I usually ask it for 10 so I can sort through it. And then I'll ask it for, okay, so I'm going to use this title. What are some relevant keywords that I can use as tags? And so then I'll get the relevant keywords. And that really does help get you more eyeballs on your videos, right? So if you've got people coming in from your social media platforms, your email marketing platforms, and then you also are utilizing SEO and the relevant keywords and tags, then you're not only getting that traffic, but you're expanding out to more traffic that goes beyond your following. So that was the other thing that we did. And I know that helped a lot because we can see who came in from certain areas with our Google Analytics, and we can also see who came in from outside of there. And so we actually had a 22% actually came from outside of our subscribers within those handful of days, right? So it does work. It does work. I don't know if that's an industry standard, um, but it worked for us. So we definitely had some really optimized video titles and keywords and tags. So that was two things. Now, the other thing that we did is that we actually created really high we always do, we created really high quality shareable content. So we repurposed some of the trainings and webinars that I've been doing over the years, and we made them very specific to who we were targeting. So we had videos on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn was, we had I think four or five that most people hadn't seen because they had to either pay for the webinar, um, or they had to sign up for the webinar. Although we didn't give our paid ones out, we only gave a piece of one of them out. But still, it's high quality content that people will actually get exactly what they need and then some. So stuff that we could probably charge for, we could put into courses and everything we gave out on our YouTube. Is it going to stay out? Maybe not. Maybe not, because it is really good content, but it is the season of giving, so I'm happy to give really high quality content. So if you guys haven't taken a look through all of the YouTube videos that are up there, I highly recommend that you go ahead and do that, especially if you are looking for any growth hacks, any strategies on LinkedIn. And we even do a lot of content marketing in that too. And we're adding more as we go along too. So that was the other thing that really made the biggest difference, is that we shared out quality content that I knew our target audience would love and they needed it. And we did focus on, the digital marketing piece. We focused on LinkedIn marketing. We focused on high sales, or high ticket sales and content creation and all of that. And it just was really good content that we had gotten amazing feedback on. So we didn't have to do too much content. We already had all the content. So if you guys are thinking, well, I don't have a ton of content, then this is my advice. Do a 30-minute video, you know, every day, 5 days a week, and then grow it that way. It may take a little bit longer if you don't have 40 plus videos already there that just need to go onto the public space. Don't worry about it. You can actually just do a video a day and grow it that way. All right, so those are the three things that we did. Now, I gave you guys a really good idea at the beginning on how to make the content that you have on YouTube exclusive compared to all of your other social media platforms, and to have people from your other social media platforms move to YouTube and subscribe to get access to it. So that's definitely something that will work. Exclusivity always works, right? It's a great persuasion tactic for digital marketing. So, what are some of the other things that you guys can do? Well, the other things that you guys can do is that you can collaborate with influencers or even guests. So this is something that we just didn't have time to do yet, but it is going to be in our next batch. Is that we have our podcast video casts up episodes up there with interviews, and so one of the things we're going to go back and do is ask our guests if they wouldn't mind sharing out the YouTube video so that we can grow the subscriber channel, which makes it even better for them too. They get more publicity. And so we wanted to first start with growing our YouTube channel to make it worth their time, right? But now we're going to go back and ask them, since we already have the podcast episodes up there. And so you guys can also do this. So if you have content where you are interviewing guest experts, or you have a podcast where maybe you recorded the video and you didn't post it. You just did the audio version of it. This is a really good time to bring that out and put that on YouTube. Now, the other thing is that you can collaborate with other influential people in your industry. You can even have interviews with them, or you can have collaboration videos where you're sharing content and all of that stuff. And then that can go up on YouTube and you both share to the YouTube channel. So that's another idea for you guys. And if you guys are really just like, hey, I just I don't have time to do all the things, but I have enough going on my YouTube. I just want to see more people. Then you guys can always run a short promotional campaign. So one of the things is that YouTube will let you go ahead and boost some of those videos. You guys can always do that as well. So and sometimes that will get you where you want to be a little faster. Will it be a little more expensive? Yes, it will be a little more expensive. I mean, I believe based on the research that we had done, because we're considering doing this here too in the new year, you're looking at anywhere from 50 cents per subscriber all the way up to even $100 per subscriber. So it just depends on how competitive the environment is when it comes to your industry on YouTube. So, so just know that that's the range that I was given for YouTube. It's a big range, right? It's like, oh, that's super helpful. So depending on your industry, it could be less or more, right? I don't think it'll be more, but per subscriber, I'd say you're probably anywhere between 50 cents and $5 for most cases. If you're upwards of $30, it's probably a very competitive industry to be in, and even a very competitive niche. So the rich is in the niche, and it's also where sales can come. It can be cheaper for you. So it could be not that you want to coupon your following, but there is the saying the rich is in the niche, but it also makes it cheaper for ad spend. So so those are some of the things that you guys can do to go ahead and really utilize YouTube. And you may be wondering, is it even worth my time? I would say yes, it's absolutely worth your time because Google is still the biggest search engine out there. So if you're doing the things like creating really good content, making it optimized, SEO friendly, tags, hashtags, all the things, and then you're inviting your following, you're going to get even more people coming in. So just imagine having a how to video where your ideal client, this is exactly what they need to know, and you've done your due diligence, you've created it, you have the right SEO optimization and all that stuff, and you've even sent people to it, that could land in the very top of a Google search that your ideal client does a lot. And so if that's happening, you're getting you're getting eyeballs on your content and your page every day, all the live long day. So yeah, Google, YouTube, it's worth it. You guys, if you haven't started, you're not late to the game, not even close. So go and build out your YouTube channels. All right. I hope that helped. If you guys haven't had a discovery call with me and my team before, now's a really good time to jump in on one. They're usually pretty quick. They're usually 15 minutes. Sometimes we'll go over just depending on what kind of support you're needing. And you can see the link in the description and we'll talk to you later. Bye for now.